like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Coach, the entire New England area absolutely socked in by a slow-moving snowstorm, and because of it, we have a winter wonderland here at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Kelce, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
2 yards on the play. And a first down, Chiefs.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays, and when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Davian Williams. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Brady and the Patriots now first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Wait, 20. Check 53. Hey, goal 66. 53, Linda. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Check it. Safe. Regular.
Here's Brady to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, check it. Slam. Check. Crunch. Check it. Reload. 72.
From the gun, it's Brady. And able to find Dorsett. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
29. Alpha.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down, here's White. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Check 3.
Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wait, set. Round 80. Here we go. Check. Go bandit. Check your hot read. Joker, 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 Joker.
Alpha. Rip.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Brady, that's complete to White. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. With James White, you know that he can catch the football. He was 3rd in the NFL amongst running backs last year with 87 catches. And as we've seen, sometimes they come in bunches. Super Bowl 51, he had 14 grabs, including the winning score. Last year in the divisional round versus the Chargers, 15 receptions for White.
Regular.
51, Mike. Mike, 51.
Hey, Gold 66.
Undercrunch.
Alert.
Tighten up.
Alpha.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. It's caught. This is White. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, Gold 66.
Brady now to throw. This is White on the screen. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
Alert.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, Charlie.
53 to Mike. 53.
Shadow.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Sugar.
Now this time, Brady will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Wait, that wide, 80. Rabbit. Sugar.
Check nine. Kill. Hatchet.
72. Shadow.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Alpha.
Mike's 50. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Room past the 20. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram, as he'll take it all the way up to the 20-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our...
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And now this pass brought in by Brown, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Brady, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Reload. Hey, Delta.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Alert!
Mike 51. Pick me up. Here we go. Go, Mike 51.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, it's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go Bandit!
Mark 50, Mark 50, Mark 50.
Hey, Echo! Easy! 72!
From the gun, Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Rip!
50's the mic! 50's the mic! Time to go, night.
Brady will try again on 2nd down. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
No, 66.
51.
Hey, I-7.
51, Mike! Mike 51! You must be...
Operating from the gun, Brady. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Watch his flat!
72.
Mike 51! Mike 51!
Hey, exit.
Go!
Right to the end.
Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Check it. Reload.
Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Goal 50.
On 2nd and 9, Brady escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Rip.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten.
Hey, Alabama.
Now Brady. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. And how many times have we seen that? 3rd down and Tom Brady turning to old reliable Julian Edelman. There's no Rob Gronkowski now. Edelman, the main holdover, the 33-year-old who was the Super Bowl MVP last season. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Check it.
Mike, 53.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, Mike, coming to you, coming to you. 53's to Mike, 53, check 53.
Goal 50.
Now on 2nd and 13, Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Hey, 43, 15.
Exit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Mahomes firing complete.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Come on, D.
Yellow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here I come. Here I come.
To throw again. Brady. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9.
Hey, check it.
Right here, right
Regular.
From the gun, Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Darren Lee picks it. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And a loose football. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on third down.
Here we go.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
At their own 23-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Watch 88.
Goal 50.
36, 36.
Throwing on second and long. Brady letting one go. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Juan Thornhill. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
53, Mike 53. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Let's go on. No, 66.
Alert 3.
Go Bandit.
Throwing on second down. Brady. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Opting to run again here with White. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5.
Regular. Don't get nervous. Hey, Haywood.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Mike 51.
To throw on 3rd down, Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Shadow. 72.
Watch the twins.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady finds his tight end Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
53.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Sugar.
Brady now on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On third down, a run from White. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Gostkowski now for the Pats field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Charlie, Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, here we go. Mike.
Hey, 15.
5-7, let's go. Get this.
Hey, 57.
He's checking crab. Get him.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Yellow.
Double tight.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you